Welcome back, Walesa from A Life Refurbished. This is a first in the channel. We're gonna be refinishing this IKEA dresser that belongs to a friend of mine. She wants me to turn it into something that looks a little bit mature. How will I accomplish that? I'm gonna be doing a faux wood technique using paint and water-based gel stain. So if you wanna see the transformation, don't go anywhere. I'm just gonna spray it with water and wipe it down. The reason why I'm avoiding any harsh chemicals is because I don't know how tough the surface is and what it really is made out of. It kind of looks like a vinyl covering. I'm gonna be very gentle with this metal one. Normally I would use glue gun, but again, I'm afraid what it's gonna do to the material on the top. The piece is actually very clean. I'm just damping the surface and wiping down. We don't want to get it soaked with water because we know that underneath this very shiny, sleek material, we have pressed wood. There are a couple of concerns that I have. If we have a corner that touches against the other over time, that could rub off the faux wood technique that I'm gonna be doing. So I've talked to my friend about that, and I'm gonna try and put something in between. Since I'm gonna be pulling the drawers out, I'm gonna number them because believe it or not, the white ones especially, they are different sizes. When they dropped the dressers, the drawers were not on. So it took a while to find the right drawer for the space. But this way will make it easy to put them back in the right spot in the future. All the drawers have these silicone bumper things, and I'm removing them all. I'm gonna be reusing them, so I'm saving them. My friend's first question when she reached out was, would it be possible to refinish an IKEA dresser? And is it worth it? So let's talk about it. First of all, we're all entitled to our different opinions, but after talking with several of my friends that own IKEA furniture, I must admit that I'm impressed by how long some of them can last. This dresser in particular is a good example of that. My friend had it for about 5 years in her son's bedroom, and I believe that if taken care of the right way, it can definitely last for a few more years. One of the biggest concerns when working with a shiny vinyl surface like this one is if the paint will adhere properly. But just like working with wood, when prepping the surface correctly, the new finish can last for a long time. So I'm taking the sheen off by sanding with 120 grit here. The second reason why my friend and I thought that refinishing this guy was a great idea was because it met all of her needs. It has that perfect height since she has plans to put her TV on top of it. The storage space is ideal for her needs. And finally, she loves this style. The only thing I'm gonna say is be prepared to spend quite a bit of time taping the inside and the side of the drawers as well as the frame of the body. I guess I ended up spending more time than I thought I was going to, but I wanted to cover up anything that screamed child dresser at me. And I guess we do love a good crisp line in the channel. If you really want the new paint job or finish to adhere to the surface, you can skip the next step, which is applying primer. This is a bean shellac base one. It's my all-time favorite. It really adheres to any surface, improves paint hold, and helps finish last longer. I rolled a total of 2 coats, waiting 1 hour between the first and second coat. Another added benefit to refinishing a piece you already have is that there's no waiting time or time spent looking for something different. The truth is that I tried finding something for my friend for months, and she was so patient with me. Unfortunately, I didn't have any luck, and by refinishing this one, her waiting came to an end. Primer has been drying for an hour, and if you've been in the channel before, you know that normally I would scuff sand to get rid of any sort of texture that's left after rolling or spraying the primer. However, the surface on this dresser was so sleek that I'm taking any sort of texture I can get on this before doing a faux wood technique. That way, when I apply the water-based gel stain, it'll have something to settle on and it will look more realistic. That's the reason why I'm skipping this step today, and I'm also gonna go ahead and roll the paint. When sliding into the drawer slide, this drawer kept tilting to the side. After inspecting it, I found this small area that needed some repair. So I taped around it to make it less messy when applying the 2-part body filler called Bando. I also placed a tape screw that will keep the space open while filling the rest with it. The repair will need to dry for at least half hour before we can sand it. We know that there's different ways to get to a very similar destination. There are plenty of faux wood techniques out there and plenty of videos about it, but I just really love how Algonquin goes with the gel stain that we're gonna be using. In fact, this is my second piece doing for this friend of mine in this tone of wood, and she loved the results so much that she asked me to replicate that on this dresser. And let's get rolling. Fusion mineral paint has great coverage, so I'm only rolling 2 coats, and that's gonna be enough, my friends. This paint also dries very fast, but I still like to wait 1 hour before applying that second coat. Most of the times in the channel, you're gonna see me spraying the paint. However, with this project, I saw the benefit of avoiding a perfectly smooth paint job before the next step. In fact, you'll see me rolling the paint in some parts while brushing it in others. I better mention that I am not planning on applying the stain to the inside of the drawers here, mostly because of a lack of space to drag the brush horizontally. Good morning. So the base color, it's completely dry, and that's very important before we move on to our next step, which is applying a water-based gel stain. Otherwise, what the gel stain is gonna do if this is not dry is gonna start pulling the paint off, and we don't want this. So It's a very exciting day because we get to go from this flat finish to something that looks like wood. I'm gonna be using the flagging method for this faux wood technique, so don't go anywhere. It's an exciting day. View up close that texture that I have going on over the surface now. Again, I just dragged that brush after rolling the paint, and it looks really, really good, you guys. If this is one of your first time trying a faux wood technique, I recommend starting with a small drawer. Just in case you messed up or you don't like what you see, it's easier to fix that smaller area rather than if you were to start with the top of the dresser. The recommendation is to use a larger brush to apply the gel stain, and then these other two to create that faux wood texture. The gel stain I'm using is from Lemon Paint. It's called Old Fashioned, and it's very important that you mist the surface before applying the stains because these ones dry very, very, very fast. Also make sure that my applying brush is damp. So let's get started. Following my own advice, again, this is damp. Misting the surface. And instead of applying the gel stain directly on the surface, I'm gonna be applying it on the brush. A small drawer. Let's start with a smaller surface in case we messed up. Wipe it off again, you guys. See, even though I've done it enough times, I can still mess up. This is a little too damp, so I'm removing some of that water off. Let's try it again. All right. Okay, that's way better. I'm gonna go with my brush. With this flagging method, you're gonna spread the stain just enough to where our lines don't look perfect, but more natural instead. And what you'll want to do is to flag very gently with just a few of the bristles touching the stain. When using the deck brush here or the blue brush, just try dragging them in a straight line. So do I think that you need these two other brushes? No. Does it add a little something? Yes. This is just a personal preference. I figure that I like the outcome better if I let the stain sit for 2 minutes before flagging it. I think I applied the stain a little too light. So as it dried, the surface didn't look as saturated with the stain as I was hoping. Let me show you. One of the drawers has only one layer of the stain. The second one has two, and I just like it 10 times better. So I'm willing to repeat the process again. You can learn from my mistakes and saturate the brush with more gel stain from the beginning. Well, friends, after all, isn't this what friendship is all about? We get to learn from each other's mistakes, and I'm just passing along what I learned along the process. I think it's safe to say that you have about 2 minutes of open working time to play with the stain, so just drag the brushes until you're happy with what you're seeing. I recommend taping around the top just because you're going in a horizontal line here, and then when you get to the sides, of course, you're gonna be working vertically. This way you're gonna get clean lines all around. So here is another bonus to why it was an excellent idea to refinish today's piece, and that is good for the environment. We're keeping another piece away from the landfill, and that's always a great feeling. I also like to add that the base on this dresser here is made out of metal. Just throwing it out there in case you ever see a metal piece that you would like to achieve this look on, it's very much possible. Lily Moon stains offer some type of protection, but as you know, we want our new finish to last for a long time, and that's why after I let the faux wood finish dry overnight, I'm taking this extra step and applying high performance from General Finishes, and I'm applying a total of 3 coats, waiting 1 hour in between. And just for fun, let's take a quick look at how the dresser looked when we started the video. And this is how it looks today. I don't think I'm being biased. I truly love the final look. But I'm dying to read your comments and hear what you think of it. If this was your dresser, would you have paid somebody to refinish it for you? Or would you have donated it to the secondhand store? If you guys remember, the profit from today's makeover is gonna go pay my dog's surgery bill. So stay until the end for a breakdown.